Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to the next leg of our Back on the Road tour. And today's video takes you from Somerswood in Meriden on the journey north. We could have called this a different video. We've called it Heading North, but I did think about sausage roll sets fire to van. But we didn't film sausage roll setting fire to van. And it wasn't clickbait, as we'll tell you later in the video. So it's our trip, 201 miles from Meriden to Durham, and a quick tour of Durham Grange site. Hope you enjoy. Come with us. Cheers. What a lovely crisp morning it is this morning, although not too frosty. So we're here at Somerswood, 8 o'clock in the morning, long drive ahead of us. So we're about to hook up and get off to Durham. 201 miles, so quite a drive, mostly M1, so it's not going to be terribly exciting, or at least we hope it's not going to be exciting. So we'll hook the car up and get ourselves off. Just the electrics to take off now. Well, the up's sitting there ready to be hooked up. Got to change the number plate yet, and we've got to put the A-frame on obviously, but Alan's turning the van first, so because it'd be difficult the other way around, wouldn't it? So here goes. It's a bit tight there with the hedge, but I'm sure he'll manage it. He's good at this sort of thing. Here he comes, nice and steady. There's plenty of room other than that hedge, but it looks like he's sussed it now. Yeah, he's sussed it. Piece of cake to a man of his calibre. As long as he doesn't run me over. Another little shuffle or two. Quite a nice open space, this bit, as I say, once you get away from the hedge. I reckon one more myself and he's probably there. And back onto the up. Perfect. All hooked up, number plate changed. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to tow. Right, so we're leaving Somerswood now. Let's just put the gate code in. No, I won't show you. And there's the gate. And Alan will follow me through. Here he comes. With the little up. And she's through the gate, so I'll jump in. So we're heading for the M6. We left Somerswood about 5 minutes ago. It's about 9:15 now. So southbound on the M6 to the 69, and then the M1 in its various iterations, and A1 all the way up to Durham. So, as I said earlier, hopefully it's going to be a boring trip. So we'll catch you along the way or when we get there, but either way there'll be more to come. Well, it's now 11:15. We have got 113 miles left to go, and in 3.1 miles we come off the M1 at junction 32. I think it's taken us on the M18 before eventually onto the A1, but we'll see. We'll keep you posted. So we're coming up to the junction now, 1 mile away according to the sat-nav, and we can see the gantries and what have you. It is the M18, so we come off here in just over half a mile, following the signs for the north. Never sorry to leave the M1, although I have to say it's been fine today. Not had a hold up all the way through.
After half a mile, exit the motorway.
After a short distance on the M18, we're now coming up to the junction for the A1M. And basically we stick on that road until we get to the campsite, other than a funny little quirk at the end, which we'll show you when we get there. And we were doing so well. Who are they kidding? Speed cameras. Huh. It's chockers. We've just seen an ambulance go past flashing its lights, so whether there's been an accident or something, I don't know. But to have got this far, we've only got 90 miles left to go without a hitch. I think we've done pretty well, so it is what it is. Time for a break. Weatherby services in 2 miles. Alan's got a numb bum.
Numb bum.
That's what I said.
Bum.
I said numb bum. Actually, mine don't feel too good either. Here we are at the turn now. I think these are the really good ones we've been to before, where they've got through spaces for cars and caravans, and therefore also for motorhomes and tow cars. Yeah, I'm sure these are those. They're good services. They've also got a Greggs. He's having a hissy fit now because we've come off to go to the services, trying to put us back. We'll give him another hissy fit as we pass the turn. Yes, it is those services.
Recalculating route. After a quarter of a mile, bear left.
Yeah, that's
recalculating route.
On the right hand side, further down, you don't do HGV parking here. You go for the caravan spaces.
Recalculating route.
Which you turn almost
After
immediately.
110 yards, bear right.
Here.
What says that?
And that's it, you go in here. Yeah, and there's all your motorhomes and caravans up there. It's quite good, this is. It's busy though. Is there a space?
No.
Oh, there is. No. No. Oh, you could go round again. Well, you can't reverse what you... Ah, method in your madness. Ah, you could go in the ones the other side there, Alan.
Where?
The other side of...
I can't get back there, can
Can't you?
I? No. They're not through, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, they are, darling. We've parked in them before.
After 400 yards, enter the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Caravans only, so we're fine on these ones, Alan. I did say that when we got here, there's one little quirky bit as you get off the motorway. You're going left, but then you're going immediately right. And if you don't get the outside lane of the left-hand turn, you end up going about 5 miles towards
After
Durham
half a mile, exit the motorway.
before you can turn around. So, yeah, it's a bit tricky. We did it wrong the first time, mainly because Alan's sister rang just as we got to the turn, but so we missed it. But just take note.
Exit the motorway.
Oh, bumpy road.
Very bumpy.
After
It's now,
300 yards, enter the roundabout and take the 1st exit.
it's now
Then
10
turn
past
right.
2.
Enter the roundabout, take the 1st exit. Then turn right.
Ooh. Right, that was the mouse went flying.
Right, this is it here.
This is it, you
Take
need the
the first
outside
exit.
lane. You've got
After 100
very,
yards, turn right. Then arrive at your destination.
very little distance to do that. And it's actually a busy road. It's not quite so busy today than we've seen it in the past, is it, Alan?
Yeah.
And then you go down this little lane
You have reached your destination.
and you'll see the barriers for the Caravan and Motorhome Club site right at the end there, with a very, very bumpy road. So we have arrived. So I better get out and go and check in, Alan.
Yeah.
Well, we've arrived at Durham Grange, and you'll see the van behind me and the lovely view we've got over the fields. We've always said this isn't our favourite site, mainly because the wardens used to be quite awkward. But today, they've been really nice, and we got a lovely spot. I'll show you. She sits beautifully on the plot. And that is our view. Quite happy with that. You'll see the doors and windows are all open. Now, we're not in the middle of a heat wave. We had a bit of a problem on the way here. When we were at Weatherby Services, we decided we'd have a Greg's sausage roll. So I bought 4. And unfortunately, they weren't hot because they were waiting for the hot ones. So Alan decided he'd microwave them, or at least his. So he did, very successfully. Problem is that he then put the spare one back in the microwave, but he hadn't turned off the microwave. He's not used to using this one. And then a few minutes later, we could smell smoke. So we got smoke coming out the van. He set fire to the sausage roll and its packaging. So all the windows are open and the doors, because the smell has been quite strong. Well, the sun's out, so I'm going to do a very quick walk around, and then we'll let Alan's sister know we're here, because she's going to pop over for a cuppa. It's only 15 minutes down the road. So we'll catch up with her, although it's her birthday in a couple of days, so we're going to be here for a few days. And we're planning to go to the Beamish Museum tomorrow, so we'll take you along for that. Just hope it's not too cold. If it's light today, it'd be great. So I'll just take you around the site a little. As we go around this site tour, you'll notice the road noise. It's not too bad when I set off, but as you get closer to the A1, so the pitches that are that end of the site, the noise gets quite loud. So we come here and the road noise doesn't bother us because we're here for a purpose, to see Alan's sister. But just beware, you do get used to it, but it's worth knowing if you're a light sleeper. We've deliberately not put a noise reduction on this because we wanted you to hear exactly what it's like so you can make your own mind up. So I'm pleased to say that on this site they've still got the rubbish stations scattered around the site rather than all in one spot, so you have to walk miles. But having said that, it's quite a compact site, so you wouldn't have had to walk miles anyway. And over there, where you can see the picnic bench, says that's for camping. So, tents in that area. But it's not really the weather for tents today, is it? But they're putting the tents in a spot with a beautiful view. You couldn't moan at that, could you? In fact, the views are quite spectacular from everywhere. We're kind of on the top of a hill. The only issue with this site is, of course, the A1. It's right next to the A1, and you can probably hear the background traffic noise. But the noise is constant, so it kind of turns into white noise, so you don't notice it quite so much. I'll take you to the edge of these pictures. There are a lot of hard standing with awning pictures here. They're good sized pictures. I'm told they're all 9 metres, which is great. Look at that. Again, a lovely view, this time through the trees. And these few pictures are sort of a step down from the rest of the site, which you'll see is up there. Pitch we're on isn't particularly flat, but the legs coped with it without any problem whatsoever, so it's obviously not too bad. There's only one facilities block, but the way the site's arranged, nowhere is far from it, so it's good. And in the summer they have, I don't know if they're open now, but they have grass pitches which are in the middle, which increases the capacity of the site. And the layout is, other than this little bit that I'm walking up from now, it's really pretty much a circle with vans on either side of the circle. And at that end there's a children's climbing frame. I think that's a bit of an understatement. It looks like a castle. It's huge. We did park up there the very first time we came here. But if you don't like kids playing, then that is not the place for you to park. There's a nice dog walk through the trees. Not terribly long, but nice nonetheless, because you're in the trees. It is really nice. So we'll take a little wander down here. And it says in the dog area that they're free to roam off the lead, which is nice. You can tell as you get closer to the A1, the noise gets louder. So pick your pitch when you come here if you don't like the traffic noise. Well, I'm not sure anybody likes it, but it's a case of whether you can cope with it or not, I guess. So yeah, take a look out over the site here. Quite a few empty pictures today. Just had a fuss of a couple of spaniels who are freshly groomed and they look absolutely gorgeous. Always careful not to film anybody unless I ask really, but I didn't seem like she would mind, but I was just being polite. You can see the A1 there, and that's certainly not as his busiest. And here is caravan storage, which is useful for people. I'm not going to go all the way down the bottom. We'll turn around and go back onto the site. And get away from the noise, actually. That's not a bad idea. It's so peaceful where we are. It's really just very background noise. Whereas here it's quite pervasive. Yes, there's a nice dog walk. But I do have to go all the way down to the other end to get out of it again. There may be a gate right at the other end, but not here. Back through the trees. Yeah, you can tell it's getting quieter already. Coming back round to our van now. You've got the usual chemical waste and water and rubbish area there. As I say, not a central area, which is really good. And ahead of us are the facilities. Showers, laundry room, dishwashing area. I'd say they're a tad dated, but they are absolutely fine. I have used them in the past. So who knows, they might have updated them since then. So, let's make our way back to the van and put the kettle on. So that was our trip, and the tale about the sausage roll. So we did have, well, I had a cold one, Alan had a nice warm one, and then we got some really rather hot ones that were like cardboard. But, well, they weren't edible, put it that way, went straight in the bin. Anyway, tomorrow we'll be at Beamish Museum. Never been there before, really looking forward to it. Hoping the weather's going to be as beautiful as it was today. And we'll take you with us to show you what is an outdoor museum with lots of historical things and a colliery and a school and various things. But we'll show you when we get there. So for now, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like, and we'll catch you tomorrow in Beamish. Cheers.